Hello everyone. Today we'll be back in New Teachings, and we'll be going over Needed a Love Core. This will be segment 2, and this will be part 1. Have you ever wondered what Jesus would say to you if you could see him on TV or hear him speak by radio to mankind? There have been so many on earth who have prayed for my coming, my assistance, that I have chosen to communicate through this process of mental telepathy, and to transmit my thoughts to humanity on the planet Earth today via living Earth dweller, with whom I have good mental rapport and telepathic contact. But I would come to you as well, if you would build that meditation bridge for it, dear ones. Yes, it is so. This is my own statement sent directly to you, not mere reports of my sayings and actions recorded later by the disciples and those who came after. Most of all, these are not remarks for a bygone era. These are my teachings for this new age, this new time of awakening humanity. Herein are my personal messages regarding the condition of your planet, and things which you should do if your spiritual evolution is to be assured. Because of the severity of your situation, I do not speak in biblical terms or in the these and thous, a former phraseology. My words are not intended just for so-called Christians, which, by the way, this is my own humble opinion, there's not really any left, but it's for everyone. These words address the immediate conditions that your earthly negativity has caused, and which must change if you are to prevent serious repercussions. They are serious because I love you, and would call your attention to the emergency state in which you reside. They also represent a new beginning for those who are willing to learn and to apply only peace in their everyday lives. In this sense, my words are for an awakening humanity. They are a call for a truly spiritual adventure, a core of love that will inaugurate this time of opportunity and loving endeavor, called the Golden Age. For in spite of the danger, there is hope. Please remember this. And the larger of the love core, the greater our hope and opportunities. Regrettably, my brothers and sisters, many have defied me, even worshiping me. And this erroneous attitude must be changed into its valid perspective, if you are to understand the true meaning of my long ago mission, and the place where I and humanity now exist in God's reality. My message then, and the essential message of all major world religions, have been love and compassion. I particularly stressed love for the Creator above all else, and then love of the human family as yourself. I care not which religious name you use in honoring of God, for my purpose is broader than the separations of belief you have devised. My purpose is inclusion for all who choose it, regardless of color, country, culture, or conditioning. But I do not wish to be the centered focus of any official church. It is God, our parent, who is to be revered, not the one called Jesus. Please hear and follow my request. By the way, I didn't mention, but this is Sananda/Jesus speaking. Do not limit me or God by pettiness and rigidity of your present misguided understanding. Accept that I am come to all, for all to share the truth of who you are, why you are here, and where you may go through open minds and hearts dedicated to God's fruition on earth. Truly I speak so that you can complete this long journey of return which all prodigal sons and daughters started eons ago. A journey that has brought this exquisite planet to the brink of destruction by your hand, but which may yet be salvaged by an immense willingness and dedication. I come again to remind you that all persons must acknowledge the Creator, that source of power which gives us all our life eternally. and to remind you that a spark of that power is in you. God is not merely some external reality that you must bow down to, but is an integral internal aspect of your own identity. Both aspects should be the primary focus of your life. Of course you stand in awe of this great Creator, for you cannot possibly imagine the magnitude of His grandeur and capabilities. I use the pronoun its to show that God is actually a combination of the masculine and feminine principle in one identity. Thus, it is both male and female, active and receptive, power and love, father and mother. It needs no separate physical expressions of these male-female aspects, as you of earth have fallen into. And this is my little opinion here. On book 31 of the Fingers Journals, it goes into this a little more about that, if you want to look into it. When you have fallen into and will emerge from the future, when you awakened ones evolved into resurrected body again. God by any name is balance, integration, and synthesis of all the finest qualities of life itself. It has never known your division into separate parts of its multiple faceted qualities. Thus, there is no feminine God, and there is no masculine God, but only strengths of will and power, balanced together with love and nurturance in one embodiment. Your own spiritual development requires you to balance both aspects of God within you regardless of the physical body you wear, so that you can express both power and love, even though you are in the separation, or separated portion of the sexes, of which the holy books speak. But regardless of which body you inhabit, male or female, your identity is both power and love. For this is why and what you are forevermore. I even mentioned that in the book of Thomas, if you're looking into it. And any illusion to the contrary is a temporary blindness from which you will recover if you choose. God is more than he and more than she. Do you understand? God is the perfect example of will and power to produce material life or creation in the universe. And then with the balance of love to nurture, guide, and care for it. Let not pronouns of he and she, and him and her, and for nowadays, they, them, whatever we want to call it, separate you from God's perfect unity. Men are not better than women, or vice versa, or whatever you want to call yourself. Both are one half of a full equation, seeking the balance of self-unity, not relying on another of the opposite sex to supply the opposite polarity within. Then let both men and women who read this material settle into the certainty that God is everything in perfect balance, and come to peace between the sexes, to cooperate between power and love. Even I am unable to describe God's perfect balance, energy, and true wonder. Words cannot express the sense of inner knowing. But all this God magnificence is within you, and is available to draw upon if you so choose. What a gift! A gift of expansion and immense joy. Yet many deny it, or ignore it, or misuse it, all because of free will. Have you ever wondered why God gave you this gift of free will? Let me share some information, little known on the planet. For the souls on earth are set upon rare venture. You are a marvel of God's expression, and were given free will as an opportunity to learn a deep, abiding love for the Creator. A feeling of caring that is not merely a mental appreciation, but a heartfelt embrace of deep love and affection, peace and joy. In the universe lives many other beings with physical bodies of lighter density than your own, most of which you cannot see. These are imbued with great mental power and knowledge, yet they accept God's laws which they willingly follow, intellectually without the love feeling you were created with. Your ability to feel love combined with your free will makes you a novel species in this part of the universe. Earth life was given the opportunity to love and worship the Creator with a deep emotional response. You then can feel like a true offspring and can adoringly be led to God's open arms, which long to embrace you in the full circle of familyhood. You are made with love to love. But, since you are also given free will, you are faced with provocation choice. Again, I tell you, this is an opportunity for spiritual growth seldom known in this universe. Yet, my beloved ones, it is this very aspect of the free will gift that has made your venture on this earth so delicate and so difficult. Many other life forms created by God simply know the universal principles without questioning in a mental way. And this will be where we'll be stopping part 1.